Hi guys, Daniel here. Welcome to this Zelda Skyward Sword video where I'm gonna guide you through the Sky Keep. The Sky Keep is available after we finish the Goddess Silent Realm and place the Stone of Trials into the eye of this statue. After the cutscene, we can use the claw shot to reach the entrance. The first thing that happens is that we're gonna get to the dungeon map and realize that the Sky Keep consists of 8 rooms that is modular by a slide puzzle mechanic. On the map we can see 4 red X's that indicates where we got the slide puzzle panels. We're gonna use the puzzle panel 5 times during this walkthrough. The room and its position from where we use the panel will be grayed out and blocked, which means we cannot move it within the puzzle. So the first move will be to move the middle right room downwards and then the most middle room to the right. After moving those 2 rooms, we get access to the first ancient Cistern-inspired room and a room inspired by the pirate Stronghold with a movable time shift orb. The ancient Cistern is located in Faron Woods, so all the shrooms here all make sense. We're gonna start by heading to the right and deal with some Dekubabas and then cut down a swing rope using the flying beetle device. To get across this gap, we need to first use the whip, then Tarzan ourselves over to the swing rope. We do have to align ourselves a little so we can reach the rope and not fall down into the void. We don't want to do that. Next up is a Skulltula that will come down hanging in a string. We can whack it from the side and then stab it at the weak spot. To cheese this next part of it, we can use our bow to deal with the Phoenix and the Pyrops lurking in the distance.
Cheese. 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 Cheese.
Wow!
From here, we're gonna use the claw shot and go around the room in a clockwise motion. Next up is more swing ropes and some swinging platforms. To give momentum to the platforms, we're gonna use the Gust Bellow. Now we have reached the end for this room. We're gonna open the shortcut, and I recommend you to make a game save at the bird statue and to grab some arrows from this goddess wall. There will be another room inspired from the ancient Cistern underworld, where we can benefit of using the bow and arrows. Alright, here we are in our third room, the pirate Stronghold inspired one. To our left we got a time shift orb, and our objective is to bring this orb throughout this room so we can access another slide puzzle panel. Welcome to this Centrobe fight, probably the most disappointing moment in the whole Skyward Sword playthrough. Why is that, you might ask? Well, this bugger will only drop a single red rupee. This is what we get when we are at the position to grab all the expected rupees that we never got. So, even if we defeat this guy without getting hurt, the emotional damage is devastating. Anyways, on the floor we got indicators for where to temporarily place the time shift orb. When the orb is in place, we can go up the ladder and trigger this lever. Now we have a switch on the floor that will open the hatch to this escalator thingy. We're gonna throw the orb in there, then run around to grab the orb on the other side. Next up, we're gonna place our orb on a movable platform. We're gonna move this said platform from the side by using the gust bellows. Aiming on the blue pedal will do the trick. Well, should do the trick. Since my aim sucks, I struggle a bit with this. I'm just happy we don't have any Armos in this dungeon. From here, we're gonna use the bow and arrow again and aim for that target at the wall. Trigger this lever, will bring the platform all the way to this side of the room, and we can pick up our beloved orb again. Now we're gonna make the orb travel back and forth this part of the room. In the first round we're gonna deal with the beamers, and then we're gonna send the orb back so we can trigger all the targets seen on the wall in peace. Okay, first off we can trigger the target on the wall to the right. Then we're gonna use the whip on the lever device that will reverse the direction on the conveyor belt.
Connected.
Let's bring the bow out again, and with shaky hands try to hit those targets. Time for our second slide puzzle. First, we're gonna move the top middle piece downwards, the top left piece to the right, the left middle piece upwards, the left bottom piece upwards, the bottom middle piece to the left, the most middle piece downwards, and finally the left middle piece to the right. With that, we can now open the shortcut in this room and then backtrack so we reach the Earth Temple room. Room number 4. This room is inspired by the Earth Temple and the Fire Sanctuary. First, we got a path blocked by a red gate. To open this one, we need to dig down and trigger a switch. Let's crawl through this tiny hole and get some bomb bowling going. The path to the right is blocked by a boulder, so we're gonna go to the left. And here we have a bomb flower. Let's stack up on some bombs while we're here. Alright, let's roll a bomb flower through the passage where we came from. That will blast the boulder so we can get out on the other side. Here we're gonna have a big fire choo-choo waiting for us. Let's deal with that really quick. Now we can dig down to the underground and trigger the red switch. Now we're gonna battle a Dark Lizalfos. I'm gonna try to make a spin attack and get the lizard fall on its back. In that way I can follow up with a lethal blow. Alright, that went pretty well. Now we're gonna solve a little puzzle. We have 3 switches in this area that we need to trigger in altitude order, starting from the bottom. The first switch is found behind this bombable wall or hoop statue thingy. The next one is down this hill, so we're gonna make some bomb bowling here. Let's see if we can make a strike. Yeah, looking good. Perfect. So that opens the bombable wall or hoop statue thingy. Now we're just gonna slide it down there. And this will be the first switch, since this is the one at the lowest point. From here, we're gonna climb those vines, and then we're gonna trigger a bomb using the scatter shot. I saw some noob on the interwebs trying to break the bamboos by timing a bomb throw. Be smart, don't be that guy.
Oh la la!
We got another switch behind a bombable wall. To reach it, we're gonna use the flying beetle device and make 2 bomb deliveries. One to deal with the bamboos and one to make the wall fall. There we go. Now we're gonna use the beetle to trigger the 2 remaining switches. First, the one in the middle floor, and then finally the last one we just discovered. This will open some iron bars so we can reach another digging hole. Down that hole, we're gonna trigger another switch, a blue one to be precise, and that will in turn open the last gate in this room. Down the hole we go, and here we got a bomb flower. We're gonna whack this bomb flower so it moves across the room and in that way get rid of some boulders blocking our way. Okay, so now we're gonna trigger this blow switch, which means that the gate will go to the other side. Now we got access to yet another digging hole. This time we're gonna have 2 Moldorms to deal with. There is a cheesy way to do this, and I will show you how it's done. As we move into this room, some bars will close behind Link. The trick here is to stay close to the starting area and whack the Moldorm's butts from here. The big worms cannot walk into the starting area, so we are safe and good and covered with melted cheese.
Cheese. Cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
Now we're getting up next to a slide puzzle panel, but we don't need to use it. We're gonna trigger the switch on the wall to open the shortcut though, and then progress to the next room, which will be room number 5, the Dreadfuse mini-boss room. So this is Dreadfuse. This fight is very similar to the servo fight. We got a small and narrow arena with a spiked wall behind us. Dreadfuse is much more aggressive than servo, so my tactic on this miniboss is to keep the shield ready at all times and constantly slash for an opening in Dreadfuse defense. One big deal here is that Dreadfuse can push Link backwards if we play the defense game, so we have to be aggressive. If Dreadfuse block our attack, he might counterattack towards Link. When he does this longer prepare animation, we can actually interrupt it by attacking him. Alright, that was Dreadfuse for you guys. Before heading over and grab that key, you might want to use the flying beetle device and get some hearts. Also, important to note here, don't forget to backtrack and make a game save if you feel you need to. We will not have access to a statue for a while. The key we grab here leads to the door in room number 6, a room inspired by the ancient Cistern underground and where we're gonna have some Stalfos and a Stalmaster waiting for us. Alright, so with the key in hand we can progress to the next slide puzzle device. Or panel, or thingy, or apparatus, I'm not sure what to call it. Here, we're gonna move all rooms counterclockwise until we got room number 6, or the room with the green Triforce symbol on it, to our left. And there we have it. So, room number 6 is inspired by the ancient Cistern underground. Take notes that we do need the key that we just got for this very room. We're gonna start out with fighting 2 steel-shielded moblins. After that, we got an interesting room with loads of bokoblin archers and 2 Stalfoses. Well, whatever. We're gonna finish this room by fighting a Stalmaster at the same time as we're getting pestered with cursed zombie bokoblins. Here we got those 2 moblins. Don't get distracted by the nipple pasties or the badass jockstrap. One easy way to deal with those guys would be to run straight on them. This would make it so Link Boy jumps over them. Since they are big, fat and slow, we got plenty of time to slash them in their butts. The next area will have all those archers waiting for us. I'm gonna deal with them the cheesy way and shoot them with my own bow first. I stay in this area where I am somewhat protected. You got archers to the left that can shoot you, so just be aware of that and try to snipe them. There we go. Now we got 2 Stalfos boys to deal with. I make sure to keep my shield ready and try to slash where there is an opening. This far into the game, those guys are quite easy since we got our sword almighty and powerful at this point. Before we move on and fight the Stalmaster, there are a few hearts we can get here. They are located inside the head carved out in the rocks, so we're just gonna use the flying beetle device to grab them. Oh god. Oh lord. Alright, there we go. So with this, we are about to fight the Stalmaster again. This time he brought some cursed bokoblin friends, which we're gonna focus on first. A spin attack will make it so the bokoblins fall to the ground, so we can execute a fatal blow. I'm pretty sure this is the best way to deal with those guys. I take it easy here as I try to hit the bokoblins with the spin attack. At the same time, I'm avoiding the Stalmaster. Apparently, the hardest part is to get the game to tag the zombie that has fallen to the ground. Always blame the game or the controllers when you suck, so others don't realize you're a noob like me. One more cursed bokoblin zombie to go. Take that, you little scum rat. Now it's time to deal with the Stalmaster.
Get over here!
I tried to slash where there is an opening in his defense. He will swiftly change his guard, making it easy to hit his swords. That's when he will make his counter-attacks. Try to keep the shield ready and time a shield bash to stun him. Ouch! That hurts. 2 hearts. Oh gosh. Alright, there he lost his helmet. And there I lost my dignity. Alright, I'm angry. Let's finish this. Alright, way to go. That was the ancient Cistern underground inspired room here in the Sky Keep. We're now gonna go and grab our first piece of the Triforce. The Triforce in Skyward Sword holds the power to fulfill any wish of those who obtain it, regardless of whether the person's intentions are good or evil. We're gonna use it and wish for the purge of the imprisoned. Now we're gonna pull this lever to open the bars, then backtrack to the slide puzzle panel in room number 5. Okay, so here we're gonna continue moving the rooms in a counterclockwise direction, so room number 7, the room with the orange Triforce, is to our left. This room is also inspired by the Earth Temple and the Fire Sanctuary. The room got a bird statue, so you can save the game progression there.
Oh la la!
This room is not so difficult if you know what to do. Patience is key here, since we're gonna ride those moving obsidian platforms across the lava. Before we set sail, we're gonna trigger a switch using the flying beetle device. Those switches will enable, disable, or change direction of the lava flow in this room. The water drop fruit is placed just above the lava here, so it's easy to figure out what to do. At the far end, we got some fire keys that we need to deal with. We're gonna have another water fruit there that we need to trigger and time a jump to. If we should not trigger that switch before and started the lava stream, the obsidian platform would just sink into the lava. That's a mechanic that we need to be aware of in this room. Here we got some lava getting down in our way. A hot shower is always nice, but this would be to take it a bit too far, so let's trigger that switch above it and turn it off. Here we reach a midpoint to this level. We can open the bars here and head back to that bird statue for a game save if we like. Better safe than sorry might be a good strategy. This section got a switch around the corner, so it might be tricky to find it at first try. Sending out the flying beetle device can be a good strategy to get an overview throughout the whole playthrough of Skyward Sword. We got some dark or cursed keys waiting for us here. We do not want to be affected by their curse, since that makes it so we can't use our items for a limited period of time. We got a water fruit to trigger when we reach the end of this section, so we better be careful and deal with those keys. We got a silver rupee lurking here. We can use the beetle to grab it. The switch we just triggered here affects both the lava stream bringing us forward in this section, but also the stream for the next section. So, when we reach the platform on top of the geyser, we want to trigger the switch a second time. I'm taking it a bit slow here so you can see what's going on. We're gonna trigger another water fruit that will fall down on the other side of this wall. We need to time this so it falls down when we can jump over and land on it. I'm using the claw shot since I find it quick enough to make this right. Next up, we got a date with 2 cursed spumes. I'm dealing with the first one using a bomb flower and the second one using the bow. After getting up from this target panel, we got the next Triforce entrance. Fee does not pop up to inform you about this one, so make sure to not miss it. Alright, 2 pieces of the Triforce collected and 1 to go. From here we're gonna backtrack above the lava sections and head back to room number 5 and use the slide puzzle panel for the last time. So we are now heading to the last room. That room got a bird statue so you can save when you get there. The room is inspired by Lanayru and the mine facility area and got a portable timeshift orb that we're gonna carry around for a bit. Alright, last slide puzzle panel interaction. We're gonna move all the pieces counterclockwise until we get to the room with the blue Triforce symbol at the top middle location.
I like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
And there we have it. Let's go! We're gonna backtrack through room number 4 and the Skykeep entrance room. This is one of the reasons we always wanted to open the shortcuts in each room we cleared during the playthrough. And here we are, room number 8, our last room in the Skykeep. First up, we're gonna deal with some of the enemies in this room: an electric spume, a centrobe, and 2 techno bokoblins. Up this slope we got a time shift orb. We're gonna grab it and explore the room for a bit. The sink sand is a thing in the present, but not in the past. Here is our Centrobe, and guess what? Yeah, that's right. It will only drop a single red rupee. Okay, let's bring the orb to the east side of the room and deal with those techno book goblins lurking there. Campers they are, I say. Oh, an ornament skull, used for upgrading the shields, the medium seed satchel and the medium bomb bag. Okay, that was the enemies in this big open part of the room. Now we're gonna take the time shift orb and place it here on this marking at the floor. Now we can head back to where we first grabbed the orb, and from there trigger a target using the bow and arrows. Perfect, first try. Alright, so this opens a door at the northwest in this room. We're gonna bring the time shift orb in there and then trigger yet another target. We're gonna fight some Deku and Quadrobabas here. Remember that you can always feed them bomb flowers if you wanna cheese it.
Cheese.
There is a switch on the floor around the corner and a fan in the wall. We need to place the time shift orb in just the right place so the fan is in the present and the pillars are not popped up in the way. The switch on the floor, however, needs to be in the past so we can open a hatch revealing a target. There should be a good spot for the orb in this corner somewhere.
Wow!
This opens some bars above the area where we battled the Technobook Goblins. We're gonna bring the time shift orb back up the slope and go to the most southeastern corner of the room. As we get close to the edge with the time shift orb, some pillars will pop up from the past state. We're gonna jump out on those and throw the orb down so that the pillar stays up and that the door in the little room stays open. In that way, we can use the claw shot to reach the last piece of the Triforce. And here we are, the end of the Sky Keep. Now we're just gonna go and grab the Triforce and then enjoy another epic cutscene. Thanks guys for watching this Zelda content. I appreciate all of you, especially the awesome people who decide to subscribe to this channel. You take care now, much love.